Hello everyone, welcome to the Yystation. In this video, we are going to cover how you can execute the Python code or a Jupyter Notebook in a VS Code. So VS Code is a IDE which you can use for the programming for Python or any other languages. So first thing first, we have to download the VS Code. So VS Code, to download the VS Code, search Visual Studio Code download in your Google. It will give you the link of official Visual Studio website. Based on your operating system, you have to select the correct version of the installer. Once you download it, you have to double click on it and just you need to install that uh, installer in your machine. So once you install it, just search for Visual Studio and open it. So this is the first view of Visual Studio. It will look like this when you open it in your system. So we are going to execute the Python code and Jupyter Notebook in the Visual Studio. So here I'm opening one folder where I have stored the sample code. So this is the folder I have opened. So for the example purpose, our Jupyter Notebook has an extension of IPYNB. So if I create another file, say demo1.ipynb, and just press enter, it will create a Jupyter Notebook here. Yeah, so to execute the code in this Jupyter Notebook, you have to type any command. So for the example purpose, I am just typing hello world. So before executing this cell, you have to select the kernel. So in my last session, I have discussed about how you can set up the environment, that is virtual environment for the Python. So that same virtual environment I am going to use here. So the virtual environment which I have created for this demo, which is Yystation. So if you don't know how to create a virtual environment, you can see my last video. I will give the link in the description. So here I'm selecting the virtual environment, that is Yystation, and you can execute the code now. So just press Shift Enter, and it will just see, it will print hello world. So to execute this Jupyter Notebook, you need a kernel. So without this kernel, it won't work. So to execute the Python code in a VS Code, we need a few extension. So when you install a fresh VS Code in your system and you try to execute this code, it will give you some pop-up to download some extension. So if I click on the extension, so this Jupyter cell tag, these are few extension you have to download. No need to remember the names. The when you try to run the program or run a Jupyter notebook, it will automatically give the pop-up. You have to just select yes, download the extension, and it will download those extension for you. So this is how you can execute the Jupyter notebook. Another example is .py file, that is Python file. So this is one simple Python file which is calculating the area of the circle. So no need to go into the programming. Just I'm going to show you how you can execute this Jupyter notebook. Sorry, how you can execute this Python code in this VS Code. So again, to execute this Python code, you have to select the kernel. So when we execute a Jupyter notebook, you have to select the kernel over here at the top of this right side. Okay, and when you try to when you try to run a Python file, you have to select the kernel here at the bottom. So you can just click on this version name of the Python and see this is the base version. So you can select whatever virtual environment you want. So again, I'm selecting the Yystation. So the name will pop up here, Yystation, the virtual environment name, and you can execute the code. So just simply click on this run button. It will ask you to enter the diameter. So for example, I'm entering diameter as 20. So diameter 20 means radius will be 10, and this is the area of the circle. So this is the simple uh, Python code which you can execute in the VS Code. Yeah, that's it from this video. See you soon. Happy learning.